Hey guys, Mike here. Thank you for coming back to my channel, or thank you for checking out my channel. If you just saw this video and clicked on it, welcome. I do videos on all things pop culture, movies, music, games, TV, all of the above. Check out some of my other videos which are on screen now. Hit me a subscribe and check out my podcasts which also go up on my channel. But today, I wanted to talk about something that is kind of sad, which is the news we have all heard by now. Daft Punk have thrown in the towel. Well, throwing in the towel makes it sound really bad. But essentially, Daft Punk are no longer going to be making music together. I think this was really surprising, despite the fact that their last LP, Random Access Memories, came out in 2013, which was 8 years ago. Seriously, when I realized that, it made me feel really, really old. And I think Daft Punk are such an influential electronic and house band, and I think they did so much cool stuff with like pop electronic music with amazing riffs, amazing hooks, amazing sampling, great lyrics and vocals, and just super cool music. I feel like Daft Punk are just a really cool band with their image, the robot helmets, the anonymity removing celebrity from music. So today, in this video, I wanted to do a top 10 of my favorite Daft Punk songs, just to get us talking about the band, about the music, and why I like each of these songs. Just keep in mind, this is a totally subjective list. This is not your list. This is not an objective list. This is not me saying that this is fact. These are just me saying that these are the 10 songs by Daft Punk that I like the most and that I have really enjoyed over the years. These are, from 10 to 1, my top 10 Daft Punk songs to celebrate the long career of Daft Punk. So it was really hard to actually narrow down 10, and my list might be rather generic, but at the end of the day, I just put in the ones that sort of spoke the most to me. Number 10 was a really, really hard one though, because I knew I had to cut a bunch out. A few that got honorable mentions and would be sitting in like 11, 12, 13. Songs like The Prime Time of Your Life, Touch, Give Life Back to Music. All of those songs are really, really amazing tracks that I wanted to put here, but unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, this is my number 10. I think my number 10 Daft Punk song is Technologic. I think the reason I like Technologic so much, and I always have said that I think that Technologic is a little too on the nose for the band. Like, yeah, they're a robot band and it's Technologic and all the lyrics are about technological things. Like, you know, here's all the stuff you can do with the internet. Oh, how cool is this? It's all cyber and digital. Wow. And the voice is really electronic. Like, I get that, but I just think this is such a great song. I feel like everyone wants to learn the lyrics to this song, but never will. If you do know the lyrics to this song, let me know. I think this is just such an amazing, fun song, and I think my favorite part about it is the booyahs that start coming in underneath the main vocal melody at the end, where it's just like, booyah, 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 and then you get the instrumentation behind it, it's like, bow, 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 bow. Felt kind of weird doing that out loud, to be honest. Technologic is such a great, catchy song. If you hate it, I don't know why. It is really fun. It is a bit on the nose, but I do really enjoy Technologic. Moving on to number 9, we are skipping forward to Random Access Memories, where I believe this track is so good. Doing It Right, which has a featuring with Panda Bear. This song has it all. I love the hooks. I love, like, I mainly listen to melodies and songs and vocal melodies in particular. I love singing. I'm a singer. I really like lyrics and all of that. Great beats in this song, but I just love that, again, that robotic vocal, and it's just like on repeat. Doing it right, everybody will be dancing and be doing it right. Everybody will be dancing and be feeling all right. And then you get Panda Bear, I assume, on the top of that, doing these breathy vocals of, if you go all night, we can do it right. And I really, really have always loved that. I think it's a great song. It brings a lot of elements together. It really leans into that disco kind of house vibe of Random Access Memories. You know, you see this evolution of Daft Punk. I love the vocals on this. This is an incredible song. And man, I really want to get Random Access Memories out again and listen to it after thinking about all these songs. Number 8, we go from Random Access Memories all the way back to Homework with Around the World, one of the group's biggest singles, one of their breakthrough singles. I'm sure we all know this song. It really chugs along. Only really one lyric throughout the whole thing. Around the world, around the world, around the world. And I love the way that that vocal line melds into this electronic synth thing where it's like, around the world, and then it goes, wow, wow, wow. I really like that. And I really think this is a great song from the moment it starts, where you get that instrumental bit where it's just like, boom, 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 and those little guitars in there as well, the bass, all of it together is really, really great. Around the World, number 8. Here's number 7. It did start to get really hard to place all these songs, and this is definitely up there as one of... I just think this song really, really shows what music can achieve in terms of storytelling and etc. This is such a great song, and it is Giorgio from Random Access Memories. The reason I love this song so much is because it is totally different in the way it is structured. It almost feels like it is a piece from an interview with Giorgio Moroder, one of the fathers of disco and an Italian disco composer who sort of tells the story about how he started creating disco music in this song. It's spoken word from him, and then instrumentation around it that then explodes into this amazing thing. It's a 9-minute track, so it's definitely not one of the poppy commercial Daft Punk songs, but I think this is an essential song. Just the way that he talks and describes everything in his journey and music is incredibly poignant. It's beautiful to listen to, and it's just, you don't hear songs like this where someone is just telling a story, spoken word in song, and then it turns into this massive number. And for someone who was so inspirational in European pop music and disco music in general, and Daft Punk being a French band, I can only assume that this was a really cool get for them on this album. And the way the music like literally complements what he's saying, building up to that point at the peak of the song where he says, "My name is Giovanni Giorgio, but everybody calls me Giorgio." And then you just get that Daft Punk instrumental of absolutely love this song. 9-minute epic. One of the best 9-minute songs out there after Jesus' Suburbia by Green Day. This is great. It's the 3rd track on the album, and it just kind of takes you by surprise as to what this album could be moving forward. Heading to Human After All, one of the least popular fan albums from Daft Punk. I guess I already said that Technologic was a really on-the-nose kind of thing with all the references to technology. Robot Rock, I guess, still felt a little bit more subtle. It kind of felt like the 2 robots from Daft Punk were singing this song about robot rock. And I just love how heavy this one feels comparatively to a lot of the lighter Daft Punk singles. It feels really grungy and heavy and dirty in its electronic style, and the vocals reflect that as well with the whole rock, robot rock. Those vocals are absolutely shredding, and they're so heavy and they're so in your face. I love this song so much, but I think we can all agree the best part of this song is those shredding electric guitars that come in. I assume they're not... I don't know if they're actually electric guitars, but they sound like guitars, and it's like, you know, halfway through the song we just get rock, robot rock, rock, robot rock. I love those so much. At the halfway point right now, just a reminder to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this, but I don't think I could do a list on the best Daft Punk songs without including this one, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, which is definitely, I would say, up there with one of their most recognizable tracks. Those robot vocals again, and the sampling, and just the use of different bits, and the way they lay over each other, and the way it develops from the start, where, you know, at the start of the song, it's like, work it, make it, do it, makes us, and then it slowly builds into the harder, better, faster, stronger, more than ever. You know how it goes. I clearly don't. But that song to be sampled in a Kanye West song, I think, was really huge as well. But this is just such a fun song. I love that breakdown bit at the end, and I'm gonna do it here, where the vocals kind of just distorted and become pure synth, and it's like, makes us stronger. I love that bit. And I think this is such an incredible song. Can we have a repeat of what I just did on video, please? Because that was so bad. Right, we're never speaking about that again. Here's the next song. I feel like I have a personal connection to the next song because I don't think it was a single, and I don't see many people particularly talking about it, but it is the song Superheroes. With Superheroes, we go back to Discovery from 2001, and I guess what I like about this song is just the momentum that it carries throughout it, and how it progresses as it goes on. It just starts off with these like punchy little beats at you, like boo, 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 and then this repeated vocal line of something's in the air, something's in the air, something's in the air, probably being the superheroes that the song's title is referring to. And just the way that the song builds around that repeated lyrics and those great synth keyboard lines at the end, like I'm really getting into the Daft Punk mouth vocals at the moment. Superheroes is such a great song. If you haven't heard it, please listen to it. It is such an epic song. It builds around that vocal line, like I said, and I really, really like this one. Number 3, going back to random access memories, and we have Lose Yourself to Dance, one of the tracks featuring Pharrell Williams on this album. And Lose Yourself to Dance, really relax, slow, stripped down number, kind of feels jazzy as well as housey as well as disco-y. It kind of sounds like you could hear this song if you were like chilling in a lounge club having a glass of wine, you know, and Pharrell's vocals are just so glossy and slow and suit this one so much, you know, lose yourself to dance. And then the Daft Punk robot vocals underneath that with the come on, 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 come on. I just think this song has it all. And I also wanted to do a tie with this one. I'm not sure if this really counts, but I would put I Feel It Comin' by The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk somewhere in this vicinity as well. Both of those songs sort of sit around this line for me. But what are the top 2? I'm sure you're already thinking what they could be. Maybe they're a bit generic, maybe they're not. Well, number 2, same album, same guest vocalist, it is Get Lucky. This song was so huge, and how can you not like it? Pretty much everything I said about Lose Yourself to Dance, but it's a bit more upbeat. It's got this funky groove. It's got this jazzy, funky, loungy, disco-y. Everything about this song just clicks, and, you know, the entire chorus is just so great and sexy and smooth, and I love this song so, so much. She's up all night to the sun, she's up all night to get some, she's up all night for good fun, she's up all night to get lucky. I think this song is actually about sex, but I really seriously don't know. Get Lucky is just so smooth. It is such a great song, and it came out at the right time, I feel. This song was so, so huge. Those, again, always Daft Punk with their featured vocals, with them coming in with those sampled electronic vocals in the middle to kind of break it down. Again, this is very similar to I Feel It Coming. Daft Punk, Get Lucky, number 2. What's number 1? Okay, I did a lot of thinking about this, and I think number 1, aptly, number 1 Daft Punk song for me is One More Time. I don't think anyone can not like this song. I think this is just like a perfect example of what a good electronic song can be. The vocals are great, the bass line is great, and the sampling is amazing. I just love the way it comes in at the start, and it feels very mechanical. Like, it almost feels like you can hear the click. It's just like, you know, one more time, I want to celebrate. Oh yeah, alright, don't stop the dancing. I think this song just epitomizes what Daft Punk was, which was this great electronic band that was all about having a good time and just good music and good vibes. It is such a great song, and that is why it is my number 1 in my top 10 Daft Punk songs. What are your favorite songs? Leave them down in the comments below. What did you think of my list? What would you take out? What would you put higher? What would you put lower? Let me know. Subscribe, watch some of my other videos. It's all pop culture stuff, sort of like this, but then there's stuff on games, movies, TV, and everything else that you can think of. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been Radio Mike, and this has been The Inside of My Mind. Catch you later.
But I went to run my hand through your hair and I noticed you were attached to string. You were a puppet this whole time, you were attached to string.